You didn't hear this from me, darling, but apparently Lucius Malfoy and Xenophilius Lovegood are brothers now. Oh yes, family dinners must be lively. Can't you just picture it? But seriously, there's a misinformation plague afoot in the wizarding world, and it's spreading faster than you can say Ingorgio. And no, it's not the fan fiction writers, bless their wildly romantic souls, it's the short-form creators, the ones who slap a filter on Bellatrix and claim she was a Gryffindor in 1962. No, really, Gryffindor. Now, you know me. I live for the lore. It's my job to talk about Harry Potter. I've built this lovely little library of truth and nuance, and sigh, I keep finding people scribbling crayon in the margins. I can't bear it. So I decided it's time. Time to do what Hermione would do. Cross-reference everything. I made a list, a real list, darling, with ink and spite. Every time someone commented a fact that wasn't quite right, or, frankly, straight out of the Upside Down, I wrote it down. And when I finally peeked back through the list, well, let's just say Professor McGonagall would need a stiff fire whiskey. Oh, before I open the Vault of Chaos, do make sure you're subscribed, love. I'd hate for you to miss the next deep dive where we gently but firmly correct Google AI for saying Mad-Eye Moody was a Hufflepuff. Yes, Google. Honestly, the sorting hat would be appalled. Right, ready? Here we go. George Weasley couldn't cast a Patronus after Fred's death. 119 mentions. Heartbreaking, yes. Canon, no. And yet it's quoted like scripture. Then there's the Marauders map. Apparently, when Lupin died, it whispered, "Mischief managed one last time and faded forever." Sweet, definitely. True? Not even a little. Oh, and Lucius Malfoy's got siblings now, allegedly. First, Xenophilius, then Pandora Lovegood, then Rodolphus Lestrange. Honestly, at this point, Pandora's family tree looks like a chaotic game of Guess Who. And I can't forget my personal favorite, Bellatrix Lestrange, Gryffindor class of 1962. She tortured Neville's parents, darling, with a smile. The woman is not Gryffindor material. Shall we continue? Good. Neville and Luna ended up together only in the films. In truth, he married Hannah Abbott, and Luna, she married Newt Scamander's grandson, a delightful Hufflepuff legacy, if you ask me. Crookshanks being the Potter's cat, Cho marrying Dudley, Lily Potter pregnant when Voldemort arrived, Filch calling McGonagall Mum in the middle of battle. Darling, I promise you I'm not making any of this up. These are actual theories people have clung to, with the same intensity Percy Weasley clung to his ministry career. And listen, I don't blame anyone for getting confused. The lore is deep. The films muddle the books. The fanfics get spicy. But please, my dear lore lover, don't believe everything you see online, especially if it's on a TikTok with Comic Sans text and Viva La Vida playing in the background. That's not lore. That's vibes. There's more, of course. Dozens more. Sirius expelled in 6th year? False. Draco cried at friend's funeral? There wasn't even a confirmed funeral. And Lavender Brown, dear chaotic Lavender, becoming a werewolf? Also not true. Greyback bit her, but it wasn't a full moon, just a Tuesday. And don't get me started on the Draco Patronus myth. He can't cast one because he has no happy memories. Come off it. He had at least one good Christmas. And no, before you ask, Harry's daughter did not marry Draco's son and have 4 children. That's not law. That's Wattpad. You know what really sends me into a spiral, love? It's when a completely made-up quote is thrown around with the smug authority of, well, actually, J.K. Rowling said. Oh, did she? Did she really, darling? Because unless she said it in an interview, a tweet from 2012, or wrote it in actual ink somewhere on Pottermore, I'm going to need a citation thicker than Hagrid's photo album. Like this one. Draco Malfoy couldn't cast a Patronus because he had no happy memories. Sounds deep, broody, tragic, bit Tumblr cool really, and entirely fabricated. People just invent these quotes, slap her name on them like a knockoff handbag, and before you know it, it's got 10 million views, and some poor soul in my comments section is swearing up and down that Draco cried at Fred's funeral and then conjured a Patronus shaped like, what was it? A depressed ferret? I can't. The irony, of course, is that we know so little about Draco's Patronus. We don't even know if he could cast one, much less the reason why. But someone decided tragically joyless ferret boy was a vibe, and now it's gospel. Oh, and speaking of gospels being rewritten, before I reveal the worst quote twist of them all, yes, it's coming, go ahead and tap that subscribe button, won't you? It's the little red one just below. You'll want to be here when we dig into the secret affair between Luna Lovegood and a Quidditch broom. I'm only half kidding. If I had a canute for every time someone told me that Crookshanks was the Potter's cat, I'd finally be able to afford that Ravenclaw blue kettle I've been eyeing on Diagon Alley Etsy. Apparently, Crookshanks was in Godric's Hollow when Voldemort arrived, narrowly avoided the killing curse, and spent the next decade biding his time until Hermione happened to walk into Magical Menagerie. Right, because clearly the ginger menace with a penchant for hunting rats is also a seasoned trauma survivor with a decades-long plan for revenge. Honestly, darling, it's very Prisoner of Azkaban meets Doctor Who. I'd watch it, but canon? Not even close. He's just a very intelligent part Kneasel, who hates Peter Pettigrew on instinct, not because he witnessed the fall of the Potters while licking his paw on the windowsill. Now, if you thought that was wild, wait till you hear this one. Cho Chang and Dudley Dursley married. I'm sorry, I just need a moment. Who started this? And more importantly, why? The theory goes like this. Cho married a muggle, Dudley married someone, so naturally, they must have married each other. Because in fandom logic, 2 anonymous ends make a perfect ship. I mean, I suppose if you squint, it's a rom-com setup. Former bully finds redemption through love, seeker finds closure by abandoning the wizarding world and, I don't know, living in Surrey with a man who once threw a tantrum over a second television. Imagine Petunia Dursley with half-wizard grandchildren. The poor woman would need 12 antihistamines just to sit at Christmas dinner. But do you know who's really making the rounds in these fan-on fever dreams? Pandora Lovegood. Yes, Luna's mother. She of the unexplained magical experiments and the tragic self-inflicted boom. Apparently, She's Lucius Malfoy's sister, or maybe Rodolphus Lestrange's, or possibly Evan Rozier's. All three, depending on which short-form lore TikTok you've wandered into while sleep scrolling at 2 a.m. It's like the fandom's taken one mystery woman and turned her into the Wizarding World's version of Kevin Bacon, 6 degrees of magical separation. Honestly, I'm waiting for someone to claim she's actually the Grey Lady in disguise. The thing is, we know nothing about her. Not her maiden name, not her house, not her hair care routine. And yet, she's been shoehorned into every Death Eater lineage like a badly cast Hogwarts play. Maybe she's not a missing link. Maybe she's just a woman who liked weird potions and tragically miscalculated the effects of magical dragonfly wings on Tuesday afternoons. Now, let's talk about the Great McGonagall-Filch conspiracy. You know the moment. Battle of Hogwarts, tension in the air, and Filch bursts in flapping about students in the corridors. McGonagall, cool as ever, scolds him, and Filch replies, "Sorry, ma'am." Except, people swear he says, "Sorry, mum." Cue 51 comments asking why I didn't include her son Argus in my Minerva McGonagall life story video. Darling, please. They're the same H, and even if they weren't, the idea of Minerva raising a squib obsessed with chains and detention forms is absurd. Hilarious, but absurd. She would have transfigured his filing cabinet into a hedgehog just to spite him. It's just a line, an accent, a badly enunciated ma'am, not a hidden bloodline revelation. But I get it, you know? These little theories, they're comforting, in a way. They make the world feel more tangled, more alive. Like even the dustiest corners of Hogwarts still hold secrets. But lore matters. Details matter. And sometimes the truth, however simple, is more magical than the fanfiction. Still, if Crookshanks ever does write his memoir, I'm buying the hardcover. Signed copy. That's all for now, my lovely lore explorer. But don't wander too far. On your screen is my next video where we unpack the forgotten truth about Dumbledore's sister and the heartbreak hidden in her portrait. And do click that little subscribe button, won't you? I promise, next time we'll return to the realm of actual magic, not the chaos conjured by reels, shorts, and suspiciously romantic fan edits. Good night, love.